Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Knuckles coming back to you with another video of Nani, episode where we discuss current episodes of current anime that we are watching right now. And today we're going to be talking about dandadan episode 7, which was arguably the best episode of the season so far. In terms of impact, emotion, action, it had all of that. So let's get right to it. And today's episode um pretty much we see a start of the episode, we see a flashback of somebody running black and white, and we can only imagine it's going to be Akira Silky's flashback. We see a hand, like I said, it's black and white. We see a hand, then we jump back to the current time. We see, Akira Silky's hand looking at the kids right there. So we're like, okay, we are definitely getting a flashback to Akira Silky's past right there. But before we get into that right there, we have the Momo, Okura, and Iris spit out of the Agabasuki's stomach. So they still have to, defeat her. And which they did, which I find funny is that Momo tells Okura to go full throttle, and Okura was like, I've never punched anybody, I never hit anybody. The one time where Kurt Turbo Granny took over was the first episode. I did nothing. The other times I just ran away. I carried you, right? So I was saying this in the last episode, right? That when Okuran turns into his spirit form, or whatever we call it, he's never won a fight. He's always he's ran away, really, but like he never really turned the tide of a fight right there. This one, in a way, he did because he went full throttle and freaking headbutted Akbar Silky. Like he went full speed right there and knocked her out in a way right there. So yeah, so we see Okran finally, in a way, winning a fight. It might not have been the prettiest, but it's like, hey, Okran, you finally won a fight right there. So we're going through the growing pains of Okran right there. So I'm very happy to see that. So as they defeated Akbar Soki, they retrieved the golden ball, so there's more balls to get. But Ira is dead because she was eaten by a yokai. She's a normal human. Momo's has spiritual powers, and Okran has, the Turbo Granny power. So obviously, normal humans would be dead. Them would be Okran and Momo would be alive right there. So it had no effect on them. So as they're trying to, get her pulse back, Akira Silky says, in order for me to revive her, let me send my aura into her right there. So in order to do that, Momo had to you know link the spirits, which by the way, Momo is still tied up right there. So shout out to her. Like she was still giving work, was still being tied over hands behind her back right there. So shout out to Okra right there, because she actually had to hold Akira Silky down in order for Okra to go full throttle right there. So shout out to her right there. So as Momo's link up to two spirits, we finally get to see Akira Silky's past, and we knew we were gonna get into that into this episode right there, and we knew it was gonna be a sad story because as what happened in episode 4 when they defeated Turbo Granny and that balanced spirit, um, Psycho explained the backstory of what was the cause of the spirits right there. And we all know a lot of spirits come from sad tragedies right there. So we knew what we were gonna get into this backstory. And it was sad because we see a human acrobat Silky having a daughter, and we see a red dress that she was saving up for her daughter right there. And we see that she loved this girl. Like that was her whole world right there. And then they're also practicing ballet, so you see why she was acrobatic in her skills right there, because they were learning ballet together. And it was such a sad story. And we're like, oh man, what's gonna happen to the girl? Like, please don't tell me this girl die. Like, I was just already thinking about like, oh my god, we're seeing such a nice thing right now. What's gonna be the aftermath right there? I'm too scared to know what's gonna happen right there. And we see that their man went to her house and he's like holding out on us, right? So we can only imagine what kind of work she did to get that money. I don't want to know, but like it we can only imagine right there. And they beat her pretty bad. I think they almost like did they like cut her eye too? Like it was bad. Like she was left to a bloody pulse, and they kidnapped the daughter. They kidnapped her right there. And like I said, I'm not happy for what happened, but it's like I'm happy that the girl did not die. Granted, we don't know what happened to the girl right there, but we wait. Akabari wakes up and we see like what we saw in the beginning of the episode was her running, but with more color on her right there, and it looked like she got close to the car, but the car drove off right there, and she was broken. Like she was broken because, like I said, that little girl was the world to her right there, and it was like they just like she was like losing memory. She's like, "Did I lose something?" And then we see a young Ira. I'm trying to look at my notes to make sure I'm like not skipping anything right there. And Ira says, "Mommy," and when what the heck? Oh, what the heck? All right, sorry about that. The video just like stopped, like the camera just stopped going. I'm like, what the hell happened right there? But yeah, sorry about that. But back to what we're saying. Um, when Agabari heard Iris said "mommy," that triggered her, right? Which, by the way, I like that when Ira did say you're not mommy, and then her dad came and was like, "What are you doing right now, sweetheart?" I like the fact that he didn't bashed Akira Silky because like Akira Silky was broken, like her clothes were beat up and everything. So it's not like he was like, get away from this girl woman right here. She's nothing but trouble right that. So but Ira had a sad story too because her mom died because she was like, where's mommy? And like his dad's like, I told you she's going somewhere very, very far away. She won't be come back for a very long time. And we see Ira's mom, in a casket right there. So, Ira had a pretty tragic past too, losing her mom right there. Not as bad as Akira Sugi, but it's like still losing a loved one. That's still is bad right there. But her dad said you have to be strong, in the future. And it was just like I said, it was just sad to see as well. But like I said, when Akira Silky heard the words mommy, that triggered her right there. And she was like, Ira. Oh, yeah, I remember. I had a daughter named Ira. And that's what caused her to become a spirit right there. But what's so weird, interesting to me is that I thought in order to become a spirit, you had to be dead because we see her be a human. And then, she turns right into a spirit right there. So it's like, she didn't really die, right? Like, don't you have to be a spirit or don't you have to be dead in order to become a spirit? So, someone answered me that question because I was just a little bit confused by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still a human and she turns into a spirit, but she's still alive right there. So obviously, someone answered that question just for me right there. But Agatha Christie had no one to blame but herself because she was like, I turned into a monster. I wanted to protect you, but I ended up hurting you instead right there. And so as that's over, we get back to, Momo, and she starts crying because she saw the tragic past of Akira Suki right there. And I'm like, damn, man, I love that. I really, really did like that. And so I just don't think Dandadan gets enough credit because yes, we saw, that first episode with the aliens doing, but I'm not gonna say it, but like they didn't go all away, but like, after episode 4, you see as to why, Tara Grant the way that she is right there. And in this episode right here, you see why Akabara Sugi is the way that she is right there. So I feel as though people are just missed like the impact, like the messages just that Donadan shares. But like I said, the first episode, okay, yeah, but like as you watch more episodes, you're like, okay, now I understand why, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like you understand why, Trevor Granny is the way how she is right there after watching, episode 1 and fast forward to episode 4. And so like I said, in this episode to a kinder place, as Akabari Soki starts to decay, Turbogram says she's going to the void. Nothing's left of her right now. Like it's up to her whether her spirit can find peace. But Ira hugs the spirit, tells her thank you, mommy, and the spirit starts crying. They both start crying, and it was a very beautiful moment right there. And I gotta say, man, I almost had tears in my eyes, watching that scene right there. Like I said, this was the best episode. In terms of emotion, action, impact. Like I said, and honestly, maybe we might not even seen like that. Probably is probably like not even the worst story that we're probably gonna see. We might even see something even a lot worse, honestly. You know what I'm saying? But don't let it be fooled. Yeah, dandadan is funny. It gets some action. It has some touching moments, and we saw that right here. Like I said, episode 4 towards the end was a touching moment. Right here, the whole entire episode was a touching moment right there. And I'm just still like hurt from what I saw, honestly. But like I said, Okran got his moment. He finally won a fight. The Akira Sugi spirit found closure, and now Ira's alive right now, we're gonna see more about the character. But since she has Akira Sugi's aura, I wonder how that's gonna be put into effect right there. Like I think she'll be able to use her power as well, but also will Akira Sugi ever see her daughter again? Even though she's not there anymore, her aura is still within Ira. I wonder if we're ever gonna get that moment where, Ira somehow, sees Agabasugi's daughter, which I don't think that's going to be the case. I think her daughter's long gone, which I hope they do find her, honestly, but that's just wishful thinking on my end. So we'll see. But this was a great episode. Great episode, hands down. I said this was the best episode. Like I said, emotion, impact, action. We learned about Agabasugi's past, and like I said, we all knew that there was going to be a sad story, and it was. It was, and like I said before, I think we have a lot more sad stories to come across right there. And this is probably like child's play. This is probably the appetizer. For people that read the manga, you're probably saying, "Oh, it gets a lot worse." I'm only speculating. I'm not sure, but this was a sad story. I goddamn man, but that's gonna be it for today, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Please give this video a like if you like the video. Subscribe to be part of Knuckles family. Please follow me on my social media accounts in the description box below. I'll see you guys in the next video, the next anime we're gonna talk about. All right, you guys have a good one. Y'all take care.